Hello, hello, hello. Freaking Doctor here with you guys again. Thanks for joining. Tonight we're playing some Last Epoch. Sorry for the weird night. I know it's not my normal Tuesday night. I'm still trying to adjust my streaming schedule to find something that fits me a little bit better. Life's kind of changed a little bit for me. I don't know. It was worked great before, but that Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday mix has been really rough to keep to. So I don't know. I'm just trying to play around and figure out something that works better, and I'll post it when I actually figure what that's going to be, which is great because all of my branding and everything everywhere, the banners all say Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but I didn't want to change it only to change it yet again. So in the meantime, apologies, going to be some weird streams. But yeah, like I said, we're playing some Last Epoch tonight. I picked it up when I first built my PC last year back in February. I got ran through, like power leveled through a bunch of stuff like super early. Um, no surprise there. I didn't really vibe with it very well, so I dropped it really quick. I heard a lot of chatter about the new season coming out. It's supposed to be pretty good. People seem to be pretty excited about it, so I thought I'd jump in and try it out. And honestly, it's been fun. It's gonna become one of my new podcast games. For those that know, they know. It's a lot of podcasts to keep up on, and sometimes it's nice to have a podcast going in the background and it's something you can just kind of zone out and play while you're actually mentally still kind of somewhere else. You're not have to be completely focused. You don't have to like listen for the story because let's be honest, Diablo, Path of Exile, in this game, who really cares about the story? That's not what you play for. You play for the loot and to make numbers get bigger as you do your hits and just plowing through mobs. So for in that way, it's a nice mindless game. Anyways, without further ado, I'm going to jump into it. So sit back, relax, maybe shoot me some comments of how I'm doing my build wrong or how much I don't know about this game and I'm kind of stumbling through it. But it's good. Again, even not knowing anything, I'm not really doing a good job of selling it. That's why they don't pay me to do this. All right. Perfect. Make sure that that was popping up. Oh. Hold on. Hold on here. I forgot. I was switching my controller over earlier to charge. I get this 8-bit Dio. I like this a lot, this new controller. The only downside is on the wireless base, you have to unplug the 2.4 gigahertz adapter and plug it into the base station before it will actually charge the controller. Kind of annoying. As you can tell, I'm not used to doing that, so there we go. That's why I'm not prepared. Professional. Levels still look good though, so at least we know that you're not listening to silence right now, so that's progress. Okay. I am a mage. I heard there's like a, is it in the Heart Seeker? Which is under the passives. This one. Yeah, this Heart Seeker is supposed to be doing all sorts of, I don't know, people are talking crazy damage potential. I didn't look at any builds. I didn't do a lot of reading as far as how that's doing all sorts of crazy damage. I just thought, let's try it. And I'm fumbling my way through it. I think once we actually get to that point, I'll start worrying about my builds and stuff like that. I'm just kind of, I'm winging it, man. Just jumping right on in and going for it. Why? I don't like that it put me back here. Go this way. Boom, boom. I feel like I need to adjust my camera. There we go. Seems a more natural position. Be more centered. It's actually really funny because like I finally unlocked the mastery so I could start working my Marksman. And I was dumping all my passive points I was unlocking to it. But a lot of what it's there for is bow damage. And I was not using a bow because I could not find a halfway decent bow to save my life. Actually, last night while playing, I found one, and it just totally unlocked everything for me. When I say that, I mean I don't have to sweat as much as I did before. Like, play as tactically which is good because this has been a little intense. Those base trash mobs are not bad, but when there's a certain one with these guys, see if the enemy pops up here. Like, you'll be killing these mobs, no problem, no big deal. And then something will come along and just keep respawning them. Yep, there it is. Something's around here, maybe. Maybe not. They just kept respawning anyways.
Not happening.
There's an enemy type that sits way in the back, and they take a lot of damage. They don't really attack you directly, but they just constantly revive these little zombies. Ooh, is this maxed out for me? Be nice. Yep. Oh, it's not, because that's right, I already did it. So empower it some more. These little things that pop up, right? So you can go for it right now and get the loot that's shown. Or you can do what's called empower. You still have to fight them and beat them. But then, oh, there's a little stupid reviving guy. This guy right here. He's the one that keeps increasing the zombie spawns. Anyways, so you can empower it up to 3 times, and it'll make this guy harder to beat every time, but it makes the loot that you could gain from him better. It's still the same loot shown, but I think it just increases the rarity and maybe the affixes or whatever that's on them. Affix, prefix, suffix, you know, words, language. I said, I'm not an expert on this. Flying by the seat of my pants and just making it work. Anybody that knows what they're doing might be cringing on the inside, but it works for me, okay?
Not happening. Not happening.
I do like the skill tree setup on this game, though. It's a nice... I would say it's almost like reminds me of somewhere between Diablo 3 and Diablo 4. And once I clear some enemies out, I will show you kind of what I mean by that. Okay, so skill tree, right? In the skills. All of these unlock at certain levels. These are your main ones. And then this one's like your base rogue tree. And then this is the, what do you call it? This is your mastery that you pick. And as you level those up in the passives, you unlock those. But otherwise in here you have these. Now once you have so many of them, you can see right up here, these are ones you can like master your skills. So when you actually go into like the ballista, just take a look at this. Now it kind of goes to a more of a Diablo 4 style skill. Maybe not quite as full deep because it's not your full character build. It's just specific to this ability, but it kind of gives you more agency to fine tune what you want it to do for you, which I do really like. Increase some attack speed. You also have the passives tree, which I was talking about, which is the rogue is your basic class ability, which is everybody, there's like 5 classes, I want to say. And then there's the 3 masteries, which, like I said, I have Marksman picked right now. And those kind of fine-tune it more. The more points you have built into it, the more these abilities unlock right there, which obviously right now I'm trying to unlock the Heartseeker. So dodge rating, quiver. The elemental arrows, I haven't really messed with those. I'm wondering if I should. Right now I've been doing attack damage and shred armor. This one's also crit chance and damage. I want to say this is healing because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know the build I need to go for, but my first thought on a rogue, especially with the bow class, is similar to like building out like on Smite with the attack carry or whatever. Go speed, crit, lifesteal. And those are, I don't know. I feel like on a damage dealing class like this that's supposed to be like a glass cannon, that you really can't go wrong on those. So that's what I will be doing. Dodge rating. Increase my dodge. Dodge is not bad, I wouldn't think, because that less chances you getting hit.
Not happening.
I don't know. I could be completely wasting my points and being so off the board. And once I get like through the campaign and get a little bit further into it, I might actually look at what I'm supposed to be doing. And who knows, maybe it'll be like I've been playing it handicapped this entire time, which wouldn't surprise me in any way, but I've got my right trigger. Instead of switching to basic attack, I have this one, which is the first one, does a big fire damage, can ignite people around them. And then it does 2 quick follow-ups, which is great for AoE, I think. Doesn't use up any mana. It's got a pretty decent attack speed and damage to it. Like I said, it's good for AoE. But then I also have my left trigger one, which is a super fast flurry. It seems to be better for single target damage.
Not happening.
I've got my phase shift one, because you can't really go wrong with mobility when you're trying to go glass cannon style. Though, I mean, as I just stand in one spot and take most of it, how much of a glass cannon am I? I just don't let myself get surrounded. And then, of course, extra damage with the little ballistas, I feel is pretty nice.
Not happening.
Alright, so maybe over here?
Not happening.
That's her. You have dodge cooldown, and I have a habit of just constantly pressing B. And her telling me not happening means it's still on cooldown, but out of habit, I press it all the time anyway, so. The other thing that's really nice about this game is you have a tendency to get inundated with a lot of loot. Some of it's actually a lot of it tends to be useless, and only some of it are actually useful. And I swear this game does it more than others, especially like for comparison's sake, I will use Diablo. But sometimes you do get items for other classes. This has what's called the loot filter. You can either create your own custom one, or you can download somebody's that's already pre-made. Like I went to Max Rolls, I think, and it was like a rogue leveling guide that I put in there by default. I'll show you what's so nice about it. Maybe this one will drop something. Essentially, all the loot still drops, but you technically don't see anything unless it could be useful for you, whether it's got an affix that you're looking for to maybe pull off, or for your character specifically. They can color code it. I'll be honest with you, I haven't dumped, see, like right there, that is stuff that is kind of pointless and would just fill up my inventory, is essentially is what my loot filter is telling me.
Not happening.
Whereas if I didn't have that on, chances are I'd grab it and I'd fill up my inventory after like 20 seconds and then be like, well, what's useful, what's not, and
Yes.
take me forever.
Not happening.
Split up my area attack. Oh, he took both of them down.
Yes.
And like a lot of games I play that aren't single player, just click, 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 click through. Because who cares?
Not happening.
There may or may not be a story here. I don't know. I don't play these games for story. Which is, I'm sorry if you've worked on this game or you find that this is one of the best stories ever and I'm like insulting you. It's just, I don't know, just how I am. on some of these. Stop rezzing them. Stay dead. Oh. Now, okay, so over to the right, there's going to be like a tomb, and I'll fight like some type of mage or something. I don't know what the full significance of it is. They seem to be like a higher tier boss. So maybe I'll get more XP from them. I haven't noticed that I got necessarily any better gear. I don't know what the story significance is because I skip everything, but you'll see. He'll always say, you're gonna take my place or some junk like that. I'm assuming he's trying to lock me in to this prison. Ready? Nope. He actually didn't say it this time. Though the fight's still young, so that might change. This is why the lifesteal is really nice, because it's got a super quick attack speed, and if I pull so much off from every hit, even though he's doing damage, he's hit me, he's chunking me pretty good. I wear him down with my lifesteal. I think the biggest thing is going to be, I mean, it works now, but I'm going to have problems probably later on when some of these boss characters hit for more than my full HP bar in one hit. And then I'll be a little sad and I'll have to relearn it. Maybe that's where my importance of a build will come into play. I don't know.
Not happening.
Oh, I'm back up to where I was. See what I mean? These things are annoying.
Not happening. Not happening.
I think I'm just outside the range. Nope, there's one that I can do some damage. That right trigger just does so much work on groups with that incinerate on it. Since it had like there's no cooldown to it, and there's no mana cost to it, I replaced my basic attack with it.
Not happening.
Soul Warden's Road. Check the background. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll see that's my thumbnail. Been having fun with those more lately, the thumbnails. Gotta love Canva.
Not happening.
Ba-da-ba-doo.
Not happening.
It's also very similar to Diablo. Like each act is almost like a new biome. And I will say, for as little as I paid attention, there is some type of time travel mechanic going on. I don't fully get it, because there's times I'm fighting dinosaurs, so
Not
if
happening.
that tells you anything. Oh, gold. I missed the little... I keep mentioning Diablo because I played a lot of Diablo 3, and decent amount of Diablo 4. Probably first couple of seasons, and I always get bored after with my characters once they hit like 60, 70, and just start a new one. But I miss, was it Diablo 3 that you could get the little pets that would run around and pick up the gold for you? Man, that was so nice. Or is it, could you also get, there was a stat I want to save for pickup range as well, and you could increase that. Or is that just, I'm thinking of Vampire Survivors. But I could have sworn Diablo 2 maybe had that instead of the pets. Oh, come on. I think this is the one spot that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to switch to keyboard and mouse for target selection. Yep, another one of these. See, I already leveled up once. I don't want to be facing two of these. Okay. This will be my second time I empower it. Seem to be two. I've only ran across two different types. There's this lightning type one, and then there's one that does like corrosion poison damage. They're all very predictable. Not that you necessarily have to spend a lot of time dodging, but if you did, they're fairly predictable. He's got that one. He's got the AoE, but you notice how he does that little clock animation. He shoots a lightning blast out of that one. It does get a little crazier when he gets close to death, because I swear he's got a lot more of those that he spawns. Grab the right one, man. But the level he's at right now, and I think that I finally upgraded some of my gear, he's not a huge challenge.
Not happening.
Also helps I have a tendency to run around the whole map and try to find everything. Because... So, JRPGs and games like this, you want to always be getting your level up. Just makes everything a lot easier. It takes a little more time, but in the long run it's easier, because you're going to be doing the level grind anyways for a lot of the good stuff. So whether I do it now or some type of high-end endgame grind,
Not happening. Not happening.
no. I swear they're bigger right now. I like these little... I don't know what the heck that thing is with like the big old giant pack on its back. I've never seen those before. The very interesting design to them.
Not happening.
Risen Lake. Well, this is one of the places I'm supposed to be going. Drink some water here. I swear one of these days I need to get down here. My desk is starting to become a bit of a clutter fest. But every time I come down, I probably should work on cleaning it up, but it's either a game or clean. And I always end up gaming. Same reason why I've been trying to mess with the streamer bot on the back end, but I haven't had a lot of success
Not happening.
doing the channel points thing for YouTube and Twitch without being an, you know, an affiliate or whatever. Sorry.
Not happening.
Though at this point, I would say it really mainly affects Panda and probably Bark.
Not happening.
Sorry, guys. Come on. Treat the actual problem, not the symptoms.
Not happening.
I know. Like I said, I'm sorry. That not happening thing, I keep spamming my B for the dodge and I don't have it. It's a problem. It's like the days you remember like loading screens, sometimes they'd show like a dial going around or something like that. I don't know if you guys would do the same thing, but I would be the type of person that would sit there with my thumbsticks and go around and around in a circle as if it was like speeding it up somehow. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, but problem is I keep using them before I even get to the point where I might need them in like combat, and they're always on cooldown. Oh, because I want better mobility. Ooh. This guy's like a treasure goblin? Those shards and whatnot and runes have to do with crafting. The shards are like affixes or prefixes or whatever, so you can like change out the bonus stats on your armor, like, you know, plus whatever to crit chance, plus whatever to armor, things like that. And the runes kind of have
Not happening.
a little bit different of an effect. There's some different ones, like some of them will allow you to break down one of your weapons and turn it into shards. Unfortunately, you can't do that with all of them. Other ones seem to like completely reset whatever is currently on there. There was one that's supposed to increase the rarity and sometimes turn it into like a set piece. Though every time I do that, it turns into a set piece for a class that I don't have, which is really annoying. Leaving gold behind. I hear when you gotta like reset your like mastery levels or whatever, if you want to reset my stuff around, like it costs a lot of gold. So I'm trying to make sure I stack up now. So I haven't also broke down a lot of my gear. I've just been selling it for what little bit extra gold I can get. So possibly I won't have to grind as much later on. A tear in space. Corrupted Lake.
Not happening.
You see what I mean, though, by great podcast game, though, right? Like, you just hang out, hold down a trigger, move around from target to target. Numbers go big. Things go boom. It's a decent, you know, it's got that dopamine hit that's
Not happening.
satisfying at times. And there's stuff there for people who really want to go deep into it with your different builds and stuff. So numbers go even more big.
Not happening.
You have to watch it. Some of these guys have a random modifier in there that they respawn after 2 seconds, which is kind of annoying. Not that they're extra difficult or anything, just the fact that they will respawn. Oh. Oh, there's so many of them. This is where it does get a little iffy. See, he's the revive after 2 seconds. But you get so many of them, you know? And those little blasts do hurt. You can get your health back, but if you take like 4 or 5 of them in a row, look out. Prophet of Ruin. Got it. Not even a difficult boss or anything. Ah, there it is. Okay. Just standing in place, doing my thing. Left trigger held down. You can check out stuff going on around you.
Not happening.
Crazy thing is like the Sentinel class, which is supposed to be basically like the Templar, it's actually supposed to be pretty freaking busted, even in higher end. And if that's busted per se, and this is mainly busted for damage, like, I'd hate to see what that class is like. With, I mean, just look at how much I can stand here. I think I'm about tapped out on what's here. I don't know, I got this little area to hit up too. Oop, I did not want to... That's town portal. Call back to town. Not what I want though. I'd like to go back to the main area. Means I could spawn in here at any time.
Not happening.
Just worried about I'm gonna have a hard time getting back to this general area if I take that right now. Like where I want to be directly on the other side of this portal. If that makes any sense. It's the main reason why I'm backtracking. It's also kind of annoying is like when you go through the portal and you come back through the portal, like your fog of war, if you will, on the map completely comes back. So it's like I don't remember where I was and where I still need to go.
Not happening.
You know, it's kind of funny. I'm sitting here moaning about it. You'd think I didn't like this game. Oh, well, look at that. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Not happening.
Just do this right now. What is that one? Elemental arrows, dodge rating.
Not happening.
Lake Liath. I love how these totems sometimes like just do some fun stuff for you, you know? Ooh, that's gonna be a good piece.
Not happening.
Oh, yep. So I've essentially already been... See, this is what I mean, the Fog of War disappeared and reappeared, because I'm pretty sure that's the rift I went through that was going to show up on my map. Starting to uncover. And I still need to go up there anyways. Back trucking, robots in disguise.
Not happening. Not happening. Not happening.
I should go the other way, but I just kind of want to go through and see what the next level brings.
Welcome, traveler.
Talk to the seer. Just keep... Fend the seer.
May Eterra smile upon you.
Oh no, defend the seer. AKA just stand here and hold right trigger. Oh, there's something. There's something new. I guess ask and ye shall receive. At least they focus me and they're not, like, you know, even though you're supposed to be defending the seer or whatever, they're not actually trying to attack the seer. Which is a good thing. Get the gold.
Welcome, traveler. May Eterra smile upon you.
Travel to West Fatima? I always give such interesting names to these places. See, that's why definitely single target damage with that attack. It's not getting any splash damage on him. I mean, it's not always the most amazing on splash damage, but some's better than nothing. So where the concentration really comes in nice because is it on hit that I lose the concentration or is it on movement? It may be on hit. But the fact that I can just sit here and
Not happening.
get back here, force them to come to me. I feel like it works out pretty well.
Not happening.
The pathing in this is so weird too, because like you would think I was going in the wrong direction, but I know I've hit everything to get to this point. So like I know it's not going to be sitting behind me. That wisp before it comes up on me. So this is going to have to curve around again at some point. Dang it, come on. Go for the bone sculptor. I know, right? Usually you're the ARPG guy. Said lately I don't know, it's been fun. There's stuff I haven't seen yet. Character I'm leveling up, but I haven't seen what they are like towards the end, and things explode and numbers get bigger. It's a decent dopamine hit. I gotta challenge him this time. Oh. Oh. This guy, as you can tell, is the level 3 version of it, because I souped him up. Who are these guys? That was a block. I heard the block noise. That's exactly it, what I'm having fun, because Taco keeps talking about, like, oh, get you through, power through to this side, and then we'll get you here and get you doing a bunch of these. And I was like, nah, I'm just going to kind of go at my own pace and kind of stumble my way through it. So that way I know what's going on. Or maybe not know what's going on, but have some agency in what's happening. I feel like it might be a little more enjoyable. Till I meet up with them when I get through the campaign and maybe actually hit endgame organically. Ooh. What is that? Vittori. I don't use freeze or cold skills, so that's gonna be... It's crappy. Armor, attunement, strength, lightning resistance. Not really gonna help me there. Ooh. Could forge that and see what that's going to give me. Stun. Skipping the story. I just keep pressing the button all the way through. But actually playing the game. Damage over time is nice. Let's do... Oops. Forge. We're going to take... I want these boots. I am actually using keyboard right now. Or not keyboard, controller. Don't want that. Yep, let's do that. Vitality, movement speed. Cooldown recovery speed. What does that do? Why is that showing a bow? It's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I probably should play it that way. I don't know, something about having a controller in my hand. I just like it more. I sometimes when I'm crafting and stuff, I will switch over to actually do like here. Actually fine tune it. I'll switch over. I wonder what the... Try this one. No, okay, that's not what I wanted. That sucks. This one's not bad. Let's actually go movement speed. It's because I hate being slow. 6%, 35 armor. So that's a total of 14 movement speed, 35 armor. Physical resistance with 1 vitality. I still like that one better. Oops. Did not mean to get rid of that one. True. But it's... I essentially use, what? That's 1, 2... My dodge is 3. This ability is 4... 5. I almost never use the elemental arrow right now.
Not happening.
I get my skills. Let's see. Yeah, this is left trigger ability. Poison. Crit chance is nice. It's exactly what it is. I need the feeling of some sticks in my hands, you know? Heyo. Yeah, let's do crit. I should be able to unlock crit, can't I? Oh, 2 points spent before I can go over. That's dumb. Alright, you're giving me crap, so let's just see what happens if I switch it over. I don't have my keybind set up, so... QWER... I'll have to figure them out as I go. Blast Wave, I do like. What's this one gonna give me? Cinder Strike. Alright, man. You have a good night, man. Use and hit at least one with a Cinder Strike. Aim on a granite burn. That one's actually not bad. Thanks, babe. That was not what I wanted. All right, so let's That's going to drive me nuts. Let me go in settings here real quick. Point and click, change input. Okay, ability 1, which is the Q. No, that's right, because I got to adjust this in. You know what? We're not doing this tonight. We're going to go back to mouse and keyboard, because the other, in order to set what certain... I have like a Logitech G502 with all the little side buttons on it. But I think I have to set those in Logitech software before I can actually use them how I want. I won't bore you with that. This controller's working just fine.
Not happening.
And as Panda said, you know, there's that very comfortable girth and weight in my hands. So it makes you feel all secure. I like that little burning dagger. That is actually super handy. See, that's the fun thing about these games. Sometimes you don't realize the abilities that you really want. Like, you know, you're sometimes either one gear piece or one ability, like, node away from just changing your complete style of play. Which I think is in the initial leveling portion for your classes is always the most exciting. Once you kind of get an idea of how their endgame builds are, you might get a little bored. And then it just comes down to fine-tuning it with your gear. For again, numbers get bigger. But initial to endgame is always really exciting for me. Just for that moment of discovery. And sometimes new seasons and stuff, they change the meta enough that builds play completely different, which is also exciting to rediscover those. But I also like to generally have an idea of what I'm building towards, but then find my way towards it organically. Instead of going like max roll. Well, I mean, obviously I went to max rolls and got my my loot filter, but definitely need mana regeneration. Was not going through it before. The heck is this? Alchemist label? Banish that sucker. Those items suck. Give me a good bow that I can, like, level up. That would be nice. You know, get up to a nice unique bow or a set. I don't know if they have set bows or not, but be pretty happy about that. Go ahead, think about poisoning me. It's fine. Sounds like he's about to say my precious. Ooh, gold.
Not happening.
Sorry, that was a really bad Smeagol. Or Gollum, if you will. I'd say I'd do better in the future, but I won't.
Not happening.
I'm not that talented. I have just enough skill to make it, I guess you would say, recognizable. Respawn.
That was close.
Oh. Stupid zombie. Surprised I'm not running out of, oh, don't say it. Don't say it. Because then it'll start happening, and I'm not ready for that yet. He's got an interesting power set. I don't know if I've seen this one yet. Nope, I saw that little move. Oh. Don't know why I didn't move. That was weird.
Easy.
Welcome back, sir. Hope you had a good nap. Oh. 35 unlock enough for another one. Hopefully I'm at 30 by that time. That'd be nice. Blisters are wider. Ooh, that would be a good one. So I think the piercing one is the one I want next. My passives. 2 unspent points. Don't know I'm going to hit what I want to. Reflection. Like that. Those are some really good
Not happening.
passives right there.
Might have to drop something.
Knew it. I knew it was coming soon.
Not happening.
I'm slowed, so that means that must be the snail symbol. Drop my mic down a little bit, maybe. Actually, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me lift my chair up, maybe. So that way when my mic's like right here, I can still look down on it. Oops. And see everything that's there. Adjust this back a little bit. There we go. Maybe. Over. And then lean back. Lean back, as Fat Joe said. I just know how to lean back. I don't know if I know the Rockaway. You know, lean back. Lean back. Don't copyright me, YouTube. I'd appreciate it if you don't. Just give me that pass. Oop, boop, boom. Marsh beetles. Seriously, those little daggers are awesome. I don't know that they really do a lot of damage, but they're a nice little touch. The little noise they make, and just the animation is kind of cool. They're just kind of nice and reassuring that they're there for you. Imperial Fatima. War Tomb. Okay, we need to figure out what I'm sitting on in my inventory. So everything else that I'm not gonna keep. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Right, so obviously, let's go here. I don't know if it's important to keep these. They seem color coded to be important between the set pieces and whatnot. So I like to make sure I hold on to them. It's 9 mana, which is nice. I like the elemental damage is leak. That ignite too is really nice. Okay. Not that. Inventory with the forge up. Let's... Anything with lifesteal on it that I want to steal. Necrotic Void, even fire. Mana regeneration wouldn't be bad. So let's use the Rune of Shattering. I don't need that up. That one's poison on hit. I don't want melee damage leech though. I like the Umbral Blades, increased throwing damage. Not that I use that one. The cast speed's really nice too. Turns, turn, that one's actually kind of interesting. Oops, that's not what I wanted. The 2 minions teleported around you after you use a traverse scope, but what minions are they going to pull in is the issue. An extra evade charge, which is nice. I wonder what I can... What's the forge potential on that? 17. Can't upgrade that one. Rolls. Let's use that because it's got some fun stuff on it. Movement speed, physical resistance, strength, which we don't really want. Cast speed, stun chance. Ooh, increased critical hit chance. We want that too. Okay, so now that those are done, let's go over... Not there.
Yes.
Shop. Over. Oh, come on. All right, back to...
Yes.
I feel like also some things are just easier on a controller like this. Just use the right thumbstick to go over them, and then on my Xbox keyboard or controller, it's just X. What is that, square on PlayStation controller? Back to the grind. Ooh. Hello. Get back, you little treasure goblin, you.
They won't forget that.
Alright. I did adjust the game volume. I don't know if I went too loud now.
Not happening.
Looks like there's some type of boss over the other way. This guy just sitting there doing damage to me. I'm hoping. Well, I mean, not that it's really a big deal, but the one thing that was super nice about Diablo is once you finish the story once, you never had to again. So I'm wondering if this game is the same way. Because it just allowed you to go out and just do go anywhere on the map and just do a bunch of random farming. And jump right into dungeons, which were a nice way to get your level up. I wonder if this is actually the way I'm supposed to go. Not this way specifically, but on the other side. There is that boss I'm leaving behind, and I feel like there could be some good gear there. But I'd be giving up if I don't go back. Watch, I go all the way over here for like a chest that doesn't give me jack squat. What's nice, if you find these little side quests along the side, you'll sometimes get like passives out of it without having to do a level up. Oh, there's a little chest. There it is. I'm gonna say, I was sitting there complaining about the one little chest, and I was gonna come all the way out here for nothing. Doesn't help that I'm like half blind. I just keep missing them.
Not happening. Not happening.
Oh, he hits hard. Look at that. My lightning resistance just not high enough? Holy cow, I am all out. There's a little bit of something to fall back on. Oof. Don't stand in that, dummy. Toxis Chris of Hunger. Yeah, it's definitely where I need to go is down there, but I do not want to leave this boss behind. The XP boost is going to be nice, and hopefully it gives me some epic loot, which is obviously why this game is played.
Not happening.
Really got to pay attention to that mana drain with my right trigger, whatever ability that is, be a right click or whatever, I think. I was ignoring all the mana generation. Ugh, sorry, all the mana generation, like affixes and everything, because I didn't really need it. I wasn't really using it. The only time I was using mana was when I was dropping like ballistas, but
Not happening.
glyphs. This ability just looks so cool, though. Soul Cage.
Not happening.
All the little skeletons talking to me. They're so sweet. Aren't they so sweet?
Not happening.
$33 Immortals. Wrong game.
Not happening.
I don't know if I want to go through and finish this just yet. Without checking out the whole lot of nothing here. That's what I want to check out, apparently. Imperial Dreadnoughts. I gotta be getting close in this biome.
Not happening.
Anything? Nothing. The ship can't be that big. Surprised I don't see the boss yet. Then again, this is like a fantasy setting, so who knows?
Not
what type of magic they use to get this sucker to float. Not like it really has to abide by the laws of physics. Oh. Ooh, I died. You see that? It happens every once in a while. You get lulled into this false sense of security, and then something comes along and just slaps you around. Says, yeah, getting a little too comfortable, were we? Be a shame if somebody killed you for it. It's really, I wonder if it's my resistance to electricity, because that's really what seems to be hitting me the most. Those little roaming orbs. Sorry, I keep shifting around. I can't sit still. It's a problem that I have. I'm comfortable for like a hot second, then all of a sudden I lose it, and I gotta start moving around again. Drives me as much as it does you. Drives me as nuts as it does you. Sorry. Brain not work good.
Not happening.
Oh, come on.
Easy. Too easy.
Man, this sucker just takes the damage. Summon Storm Wraiths on hit. Well, then I get stuck, because it's like I gotta take care of these Storm Wraiths. It's becoming a problem.
Not
That's why this fight's taking forever. God dang. I swear I'm just not
happening.
equipped for this fight. This is really gonna...
Easy. Too easy.
You know what I mean?
Not happening.
You see it, you see it. There we go. Jeez. By the way, if you peek the name, Fail. Huh? Wheel of Time? Be the one, Perrin Ibarra's girlfriend.
Not happening.
Speaking of, I still need to finish the season 3 finale. Like, part of me is holding off to see if it gets renewed for a season 4 or not, because it'll change my mindset. Like, I'm not, if this is it, I'm not ready for it to be over with, but like, I'd be cool to finish it up and then spend the next few years waiting around for season 4. I know it's weird. It's a hang up of mine. I get it. I'm not upset about it. Ooh.
Not happening.
Let's grab this. Oh, it's gold. Not. I was about to say just gold, but keep hearing gold's gonna be good later on. Someday. When I gotta respec. And it gets me broke.
I cannot be contained.
A wind one, huh? Ooh. He's doing damage to me.
I must break free.
That's the damage over time doing its job.
Not happening.
What's funny is that it reminds me of, okay, and this can be maybe a hot take. I don't know how people feel. I don't know how many of you guys are book readers, but there's this weird, like, I'm usually like a sci-fi and fantasy guy, but the one category I've been kind of going into more is like lit RPG. There was this anime series that was really good, and then it just ended. It was kind of lame. I wasn't super happy about that. But then I got into this like whole the Japanese like the, I don't know, the mythos, if you will, of like the levelings and the different level, like you know, you go basically like your bronze into the silver into the gold, platinum, or whatever. There was, I forgot the name of the series that I really liked. It was good. And then there was the Cradle series, which was really good.
Not happening.
And then it led into like full blown lit RPG, like He Who Fights with Monsters. That stuff is actually really good. If you have not, you should check it out. It's Kindle Unlimited. You can check it out. They're usually pretty cheap.
Not happening.
Also, what's really underrated is the audible narration. The guy that does the narration for the book, he actually does live sessions for his recording on TikTok, of all things. TikTok lives. So, but yeah, He Who Fights with Monsters is pretty good.
Not happening.
And it's the lit RPG portion of it is interesting because, you know, they go through like level ups, and like their power sets have like full blown, just like you'd be playing this with like, you know, a plus 20% to poison, and, you know, a 16% damage reduction, or, you know, the quick teleport works for like 20 meters until they level it up. And so it's very interesting. I like it. And then, you know, obviously gear can change that out. It's a fun series. It's a nice departure because sometimes you just need a break from the high fantasies that I usually like to read, or the epics, or the more, I think, military science fiction I like. I mean, obviously Star Wars and stuff, but those are also like basically take a high fantasy or an epic and make it science fiction, is what Star Wars is. But that when I got kind of soured on those when Lucas bought or when Disney bought Lucas, and I was a huge follower of the books, like the Yuuzhan Vong series. There was the New Jedi Order, right? And then, you know, afterwards with like Luke and Mara and Ben Skywalker and Jason and Jaina, and how Jason became a Sith and all this other good stuff. Like, I was really big into that. And then they said all that was supposed to be canon. They're like, yeah, those are just legends. They're not canon anymore. And it killed it for me. Totally killed it for me. Then they go through and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna take some of the stuff and put it in the movies, like, you know, Luke or Han and Leia have a son. Only we're gonna call him Ben instead of, you know, Luke Skywalker having a kid named Ben with Mara Jade. Where's Mara Jade? And then obviously he was Jason, but he becomes as Jacen is how they spelled it. I think it was pronounced Jason, but he ended up becoming a Sith, and you know, he killed Mara. I think he tried to kill his parents a couple of times, but he was kind of like a bad guy. Now he had his reasons for it, which is very. I thought he was a great, well-written character.
That was close. Not happening.
Kind of one of those tragedies, the same way that, like, Darth Vader went bad, and the fact that they went bad to whatchamacallit, the one that they loved, and they were trying to do what they needed to save him, to bring order to the galaxy, so that their harm wouldn't come to them for whatever reasons, whether prophecy or what have you. Need to figure out what those keys are, because that's the second one of those keys that I got, the lightless arbor key or whatever. It's the one downside to going blind. You're really like, I am truly blind right now. Ooh, this guy's interesting. One of those. You can tell it's a big boss because, see, they got those little,
Not happening.
like, markers. And basically, whenever you hit that marker, you're going to have, yep, there it is, an overshield that pops up that you got to get down before you can do damage again.
Not happening.
There it is. Not like super difficult. Just something there to extend it a little bit. See? Meanwhile, just
Not happening.
pay attention to your cooldowns and dodge out of damage his way. Ugh, excuse me.
Not happening.
Speak with Ulrich.
Hurry, I'm breaking. You'll have to excuse me. Easy. I'll take that as a yes. Get to the railing and give a signal when you're ready.
Before I do that, let's check my passives.
Well, that was actually kind of refreshing. Now, where are we?
You washed up safely. It seems. Problem is, yes. I'll hang back. I'll only slow you down. Please. Go on without me.
Ooh. I haven't seen one of these in a minute. I swear I was coming around across these like every 15, 20 minutes, and now it's been a while since I've seen one of these. Maybe I just haven't been exploring enough? I don't like these items.
Not happening. Easy. Too easy.
Ooh, bow attack speed shard. I like that. I swear I never see any bows drop, so like, there's probably a lot of affixes that will be on those that I can pull out for my shards by breaking them down even if I don't use them, but they just never pop up for me. My buddy. My buddy. Wherever I go, he go, my buddy. Bonus points to anybody who knows that song. I swear I just saw a portal this way. Heck did that go?
Not happening.
Or not a portal, but a rift. Sometimes this the global chat is wild. Gentlemen, it's my ex's birthday. Should I text her? No, you dummy. Never text the ex. But he will. He or she will. I guess it's pretty stupid of me to make assumptions. Girls game too.
Not happening.
Regardless of what they are, you don't text the ex.
Not happening.
This is spoken from experience. We're not on speaking terms, I guess. This is not getting better. Jerry. Like, if you go... What I'm gonna say is...
Not happening.
You gotta have somebody else you can talk to other than... global chat on Last Epoch. And if not... maybe not the time to be texting your ex. Is that harsh to say? I don't know. Oh, jeez. Some type of other snake that comes in? That's weird. And I'm poisoned. And all these little snakes. I've had it with these mother effing snakes in this mother effing desert. I swear. Ooh. Taking some good hits there. Undead Hydras.
Not happening.
I don't know. Oh, okay, there it is.
Not happening.
Inventory. Anything? Oak Scepter. I don't have physical skills though, but that Thorns is nice. Slab, Iron Glass Shield. Reduce block chance. What? Why? It just seems so stupid. Ooh, 62 armor, 16 physical resistance. Yeah, we're gonna swap. Ooh, hold on. I like that one. This one. We're gonna go that one, ladies and gentlemen. 815. That one's 9. Increase chance to find potions. Talking about spell damage.
Not happening.
Does skill damage, does that count? Is that like technically spell damage? Get him. Get him. Come on. Ooh, little side quest up here.
Huh. Not happening.
Search the Wraith Dunes for signs of the lost Nagasa. Nagasa gems? I'm still in the desert. I haven't hit the dunes yet.
Not happening.
It's probably just gonna loop right back around. There's not gonna be much over here. But you never know. This is how you get loot. And maybe it'll be a sweet, sweet bow or something that'll drop that. Or not. Get him. Get him, Craig. Get him, Craig. Alright, go to that door. Still something back there? Oh. Use left trigger for this one.
Not happening. Not happening.
Sorry, not happening. Oh, here's the Wraith Dunes. We're moving along. Surprised I haven't gotten any skills yet. And again, I'm kind of lacking on full-blown level ups. Getting close to one. I'm like the last bar away from it. Roll back. Wop, wop, wop.
Not happening.
So one thing about this games like this is you reach a peak, you know, where your leveling up goes slower. So now your gains take a little bit. Ooh, skill spot specialization, which I don't want to do yet. I think I want to save that for Heartseeker. Let's empower these. This is a completely new looking one. Nice that he's frost, though. This doesn't stand a chance.
Not happening.
Alright, where'd the markers go? That was telling me where to go. Give me an idea where my next objectives were. I have some type of general direction. Okay, I see the main one. Oh, and it's above me too. So potentially I'm going down here for no reason. There goes his respawn. Ooh, that's a good hit. Really make me rethink my life choices there. Thank God, lizards. Like I said, sometimes it's fun to keep an eye down on like the global chat. Some of this chat's wild.
That was close.
Get him!
Not happening.
And I'm having trouble keeping up with the mana consumption for sustaining pull on that. So if that's gonna be the case, I'm gonna have to refigure what I'm doing for my AoE.
That was close. Not happening.
Yep, that's not what I wanted. I like this map. That must be my objective for the side quest. Dang, I'm almost like halfway up to another level up. Take that. Get him. Oh, he's bringing more into the mix. It's not what we wanted. Just a you and I type of thing. We didn't need bring friends into this relationship here. I wasn't ready for that. Thought we were being exclusive. You told me you loved me. Be together forever.
I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, you did. Ooh, that's a fun one there. That became a fire one, huh?
Not happening.
Oh! Pay attention. Moral of the story, pay attention. Oh, how far back am I? That's not good. Actually really annoying.
Not happening.
Oh, come on. Jeez. Getting slapped around now. Bow attack speed. Mana cost is 17.9. 8. $501. Just nice. That one's 825 though. Comparatively, 221, which is crap, 347. So maybe I need to do that one for the specialize here. Seems interesting. There we go. Try those together.
Not happening. Not happening.
Actually does a lot of damage there. I like that. It's not like a huge drain on mana.
Not happening.
Yeah, this is just a weird loop around the outside before I come back in.
Not happening.
I see your game. This actually got some good AoE to it as well. It's at 36.
Not happening.
Just give me a passive. I like that. That's probably the next one I'll start investing in.
Not happening.
I know, I know, I know. Question is this boss still here? Yeah, slay Argelos the Blessed.
Not happening.
Hey!
Not happening.
Meet with somebody to relay your findings. Oh, that's where I had to go anyways.
Not happening.
I know. Quit spamming your B button. It's got a cooldown. Oh, I'm out of... Out of mana. Listen, Diablo, they tell you out of mana. I'm out of mana. She just tells me it's not happening.
Easy. Too easy.
Oh, come on. Get to the town. Ooh, boy. The door's right there. What else am I gonna run into on the way?
Not happening.
Bless you, little daggers. I probably should just go right through that door, but get a little more stuff before I go. Oh, I'm like right there at the edge where it's gonna connect. So it'd be a shame not to actually connect it. Oh. I just...
Not happening.
Come on. Nice little bit of poison damage there. All right.
Not happening.
And there's the connection right there. Woohoo! Now I can go through that door with confidence. And I'm at the town. Talk to you.
It's time. The oracles, the way the oracle. Hey now, I've seen how you handle yourself. All you need to do is clear a path. Then I can teleport in and retrieve them.
Really?
Not happening.
Does not seem to want to be conducive to me being done with this. Ooh. There we go. Things are so annoying.
Not happening.
Alright, that gives me another skill. That's not good. Yeah, there's something over here.
Not happening.
All sorts of bow attacks.
Not happening.
Man, he takes some damage. It just took forever.
Let's see. Buried in the slumbers. She told me.
There we go. Get behind my little ballista. Here are the soul binder. Rid of you. Okay, so this should be where my little side mission is. I gotta turn in. Imperial assassins, and they're all dead.
Easy. Too easy. Easy. Too easy.
Woo! Got a little iffy there for a minute. Alright, got a passive point.
Not happening.
Gotcha.
Not happening.
What are they doing? Throwing the shurikens at me. That's supposed to be my move.
Not happening.
Oh, finally. Little, portal. That's what I'm looking for. That way I can go up here.
Not happening.
Oh, you kidding me?
Not happening.
He's gonna be a pain in the rear like this. Ooh, that's doing way better damage. Swap to this to get my mana back, then this.
Three. No, and she told me it'd take the courage of a ruby against her. I didn't expect this.
Power this one.
Step closer to give me a piece of my mind.
Come on. They're getting there. Ooh, 37. What up?
Not happening.
Okay, now how do I get on the other side of the wall? Must have to come down and around here.
Not happening. Not happening.
Excuse me. Alright, that, I think... Ooh, I got 2 of those. I like that. I like being do lightning damage. That is intriguing. Okay, so that is going to be it for me tonight, I think. Because it is getting kind of late. So yeah, thanks everybody for watching. If you're catching me on Twitch, make sure you hit me with the follow. If this is on YouTube, hit the subscribe. YouTube is where all my VODs are gonna go. They'll stay there in perpetuity. I don't know. I think they last for about a month on Twitch as it is right now. So if you ever want to go back and catch it, that's where it'll be. Probably gonna stream again tomorrow night. I don't know. From there, we're gonna go. Like I said, I'm still working on locking down how my new streaming schedule is going to be. So I guess stay tuned and catch me on Blue Sky, Freight Conductor there. It's Freight Conductor on Twitch, Freight Conductor on YouTube. Yeah, maybe start announcing things over there a little bit more. Also, Freight Conductor on TikTok every once in a while. I'll throw up a short. Thanks for watching all. Have a good evening.